Hey you guys, it's been a hot minute. Been getting my schedule under control. The fluctuations of the universal energies don't help at all. Plus, Spirit has been preparing me for union, so there have been lots of final tests and purges. As one of my close friends says, so that I know how to prepare everybody else. It's lots of fun, just so you know. Anyway, I'm definitely planning to make sure I do these bigger collective readings for events such as the solar eclipse that just happened with combined with Beltane, and I want to try and do smaller ones in between so that at least you guys are getting something and I don't have to go long stretches in between, and like try and keep up with the moon cycles and stuff like that. Okay, so let me show you the spread, because 100%, I know I've mentioned this in the past, but there's no doubt now, Spirit is definitely putting like downloads into just the spread alone, and the messages that come through. Like, I literally, for my collective group on Patreon, I have a VIP group collective that I do a monthly reading for, and they are getting so many downloads when they watch the reading that sometimes it's putting them to sleep because it's that many downloads, because they're getting all the tingles and everything, just like listening to a Reiki video or something. And they have to keep rewatching to get the messages also. So I don't even know what it is that Spirit's putting in. I assume that it's twin flame downloads or light codes and ascension as well. So I'm always going to show you guys the image, and I post it at the beginning of the video as well. You might have to like look at it differently on YouTube, but then like just take a minute to like just meditate on the spread, because that will incorporate those downloads into you as well, and just listening will do the same thing. So let me show you the spread, and then I'm just gonna get started. There it is. So I did focus on, Spirit guides the spread, but sometimes I have like a thought process, and I did focus on the moon because of the solar eclipse. So this is the divine what the divine feminine, or what Spirit wants the divine feminines to know, actually. Sorry. This is what the divine masculines are realizing from the eclipse. This is the energy of the connection. And then there's a few different oracle cards in here that is just additional information that Spirit wants you to know, okay? I used, oh my gosh, what's it called? I can't see it. It's a new Starseed Oracle. I'll say the name of it when I get to it. It's a new Starseed Oracle that I really like. I have a new Celtic Spirit Oracle, the Gaia Oracle, and the Oracle of the Seven Energies. Yeah, and the Dragon Oracle. I can't remember it. I just call it the Dragon Oracle, but I don't remember the exact name. So that one also for just additional insight into so what I asked was, how did the new moon solar eclipse and the Beltane energies affect twin flames and the collective right now? Okay. I might move this after, but for now, I'll just hold up the cards. I'm just going to move it closer for the moment. Excuse me. You know how when you like inhale and saliva chokes you? That's what just happened. Okay. I'm going to start where I showed you. What does Spirit want the divine feminines to know right now? So a lot of you, and I was telling my clients this I have a twin flame community. I don't know if I mentioned this before. I have the Patreon one. I know I've mentioned that, but I also have a twin flame community in Telegram that's private. You have to get the link from me to join, because we have had people try to come in to attack others, and I don't tolerate it. So it's a private. You have to be screened by me to gain access. And I've been telling everybody in there that to expect purging from the eclipse. By the way, that the group is free. It's just private. So anybody who wants to join, just shoot me a message and I will talk to you about it and send you the link. Okay. But it's just, I wanted to create a place where twin flames can get support from each other, because we all know, right, that anybody who is not a twin flame cannot understand the twin flame journey. Even spiritualists. I can't even tell you how many times I have seen well-known spiritual teachers with large followings, the people who are like ascension teachers and stuff like that, who have large followings on YouTube and other social media sites, and they're somewhat famous even, talk badly about twin flames. I also know other healers who I'm friends with who have talked badly about twin flames. They don't understand because they are not twin flames themselves, okay? Like, one of the things that I've learned a lot about myself. And one of the other things that's happened the past couple of months is I've learned a lot about myself and my soul journey and path in the future, like now and in the future. And I am 100% directly connected to Jesus. I know I've said before that I only talk to him anyway, because he's the only one that I trust, because I'm very cautious about lower energy spirits. But not only that, like, now I know that I'm directly connected to him, and I'm bloodline connected to Mother Mary. So there's a reason for that. And Jesus and Mary Magdalene were the first twin flames to reincarnate since Atlantis. I know, like, I can't even explain it. You know, I went through a period of time where I felt like what makes me accurate? What makes me right? Not accurate in readings, but accurate in my twin flame knowledge, because, you know, I've accumulated it over time, but some of it, at this point now, some of it is also theory, and it's not just, where it was theory. It's not just knowledge I've accumulated. I can talk. It's not just knowledge I've accumulated. It's also, you could say omniscience, but that's not the word. Claircognizance. Like, I just know. And now I realize where it's coming from and why I know, because I'm directly connected with Jesus and Mary Magdalene. So I just, like I said, I can't explain it to you. I just know that they're speaking through me, and they are wanting to help twin flames through me and my readings and my guidance on Instagram and social media. And you just can't listen to these people who don't know what they're talking about. I literally just said this to someone earlier. Stop listening to people who don't know what they're talking about. And she was listening to someone who was telling people to, like, kind of punish their divine masculines for their wounded behavior. I'm like, that's so 3D. Like, this is a 5D journey. It's about unconditional love. Like, come on. But anyway, so like I said, even spiritual people, even spiritualists and teachers and healers, if they're not twin flames, they don't understand. So I wanted to create a community where you can talk and get support from people who understand and are not going to look at you like you're crazy. So like I said, it's free. And actually, one more thing, and then I'll start. One of the things that Spirit has told me more recently is that, I mean, I know I've mentioned spiritual warfare before, but Spirit has told me now that 50% of twin flames have spiritual warfare problems, and 10% of the general public has spiritual warfare problems. This can be black magic, entities or demons, generational curses, or past life traumas that were so significant that the trauma carries over into the current lifetime. And stuff like this, like, think of it as, you know, we have our physical bodies, and then we have our mental, emotional bodies, and then we go out in one more level, and we have our spiritual bodies. Illness or disease, so to speak, in every level affects the one down. So, like, mental, emotional problems can affect the physical body. Well, spiritual problems affect the mental, emotional body, affect the physical body. Did you know that trauma wounds can be stored in your body too? They can cause chronic pain. So anyway, spiritual issues have to be fixed also. Otherwise, they can cause you all sorts of problems, mental, emotional, and physical. And they can block your soul path, and they can block your twin flame journey. They can delay it over and over and over again for a very long time. They can either drag it out for a really long time, or there are some extreme cases where it can be blocked completely. It's not meant to be that way, and our souls design, along with God, our souls design our soul path and our twin flame journey for it to be exactly what it's meant to be, so it shouldn't block it permanently. But you know, it does happen. Speaking of which, I've had a lot of very interesting God conversations with Jesus. I'm going to start doing videos about that stuff soon too, because some of what I'm talking about right now is my direct knowledge that I've gained from conversing with Jesus now. which I've been doing for a few months now. Anyway, so back to the spiritual warfare. So Spirit has directed me to basically advise everybody, every client that I have, to get a spiritual health checkup. And I like putting it that way because, like I explained, disease in the spiritual level around us affects everything else, and can affect your twin flame journey as well. And keep in mind that spiritual obstacles and spiritual warfare, they can cause your twin to have bad behavior, let's say. Okay, have even toxic behavior. So many people label twin flames as narcissistic and toxic. And part of the reason for that is that they're still wounded and they need to heal. And part of the reason for that is spiritual warfare. Like, if someone who has a demon attached to them are not going to be able to function properly, are not going to be able to process their emotions, are not going to be able to behave in the right way for a healthy relationship. And they're going to do things like run from the connection over and over and over again. And they can even do things like be mean to you at times because they don't know how to behave. They have to heal. They have their own psychological wounds, and they have this other problem that is affecting them too. And this is what demons do. They latch onto someone and they exacerbate their negative thoughts and their negative thinking, and they make their traumas and their pain worse, and they just make the situation much, much worse than what it is. And stuff like this does have to be healed. And it can be very dangerous as well. I actually, to give some quick examples real quick. Apparently, Spirit wants me to talk about this before I start the reading. Sorry. But hopefully informative. I suppose I should maybe be cautious about how much I say. I know someone semi-close to me by relation, but not by emotion. So like, I'm not close with them, but I'm related to them. That's what I was trying to avoid saying, but I said it anyway. Her fiance murdered his mother and tried to kill her. Like I said, I'm not close with them, so I've never even met the fiance. Oh, and he also died by police in the process of this happening. So I'm not close with them. I don't know him. I would have had no idea that there was anything going on there. But when I found out what happened, I looked into it, and sure enough, because there was little things that I was hearing, that I was being told by the family, that he had been diagnosed schizophrenic and was telling people about seeing demons when he was on certain drugs. I was like, how much you want to bet he was possessed? Sure enough, demon attachment, and that if it didn't take full possession of him, it had partial possession of him, because I looked into it after the fact. That is one example of how bad it can be if it's left unfixed, unhealed. I had a client a few weeks ago who was told that they had a demon attachment, and when he was in the process of getting it fixed, it was actively trying to stop him. And the crucifix and the holy water were burning him, because demons get burned by that stuff. And it was actively trying to prevent him from getting rid of it. You can't mess around with this stuff. It is real. It does need to be taken seriously. I had a poltergeist in my house when I was in the process of removing it. And it was attached to my divine masculine, and I took the steps to get rid of it for good, permanently, because I don't mess around. It's either removed or destroyed permanently. It's not, I don't just banish it. Yeah, you can pray it away and then it'll just come back, or it'll go attack someone else. No. I remove it permanently. So I had a poltergeist in my house while it was trying to stop me. This is serious, okay? So take this disclaimer I don't know what word I'm looking for, but take this disclaimer seriously, because this is a big deal, and it can significantly affect your life, your twin's life, and your twin flame journey, and it can block your twin flame journey for a long time. So that is one of the reasons why Spirit, I forgot what I was going to say, That is one of the reasons why Spirit instructed me to start advising people to get spiritual health checkups, so that you can find out what might be going on that you need to fix. At the very least, you get some good information from Spirit about your life and your path and your twin flame journey. Or if you don't have a twin flame journey, then just your life path, your soul path. But if there is something that needs to be healed so that you can live the life you are meant to live, then you will find that out as well. And I do have someone that I recommend. She is a colleague that I know and have come to trust, and her readings are amazing. I could do it myself, but I'm focusing more on the twin flame aspects, and she's focusing on this. So she will, with the pendulum, like, this is one of the things that I love about the way she does it too. With the pendulum, she will have a conversation with your archangels. Like, everybody has certain archangels with them as like project managers for what you're going through. So Archangel Uriel, Zadkiel, Raphael, who else has come through? I can't think right now. Mainly it's been Zadkiel and Uriel. But anyway, and some Ascended Masters have come through as well. Horus, Hathor, Lady Portia, and some more that I can't think of right now. So they have been coming through. Also, she's also spoken to Jesus, and at times when needed, and she's also spoken to some loved ones too. Like, I have my High Priestess is one of my spirit guides as well right now, and she talks to her sometimes for me. Saves my energy. Thank you. Anyway, so she will have a conversation with them, and they will tell her exactly what you need to know. And the reason why I like this is because, like, they're spelling it out on the pendulum for her. Like, it's a little bit different from the other energy readings where she's interpreting the energy, because she's not interpreting it. Well, actually, she does interpret the energy a little bit. She does feel things and pick things up, but they're literally spelling it out for her exactly what's going on, and everything has been spot on. And for all of my clients, at least, that I have sent to her. And we've really been blown away. And not only have they gotten feedback about potential spiritual warfare, but they've gotten messages from their higher selves. They've gotten messages from their angels. They've gotten information about their twin flame journey, and like messages from their twin's higher self and stuff like that. So a lot of useful information. Like I said, I'm recommending it to everybody. Shoot me a message. I can send you the link to her shop. I feel like there was something else I meant to say about the spiritual warfare, but I don't remember what it was. I think I probably hit the important stuff, which is just that it's real and you need to take it seriously. And anyway, we're 17 minutes in, so I'm going to start because I wanted to make this 30 minutes, but this is not going to be 30 minutes. Okay. What does Spirit want the Divine Feminines to know? And I did start to talk about this, that I was telling my twin flame community to expect a lot of purging from the new moon solar eclipse. And that's what Eight of Air is here to tell us. A lot of you are, the eclipse has brought up your fears about nothing changing and being stuck in this pattern. Oh my gosh. This made me think of it. I have an analogy that I have used for the twin flame journey for a long time now, that it's like you're stuck on an airplane that is stuck in a holding pattern, circling the airport, trying to land, but it can't land. And you're like, just get me off the airplane. Whether I land at the airport and get to, like, join my twin, or I freaking jump off and parachute down, just get me off this freaking airplane, because you feel stuck. You can't move on and you can't move forward. Spiritual warfare will do that to you really bad. This is why I felt like that. 4 years of spiritual warfare I defeated. 4 years of being stuck in a holding pattern. Yeah. But so a lot of you are feeling that. You're feeling that. Am I going to be stuck like this forever with it feels like nothing's happening, nothing's changing, nothing's moving forward? First of all, I just have to be blunt here. Many of you need to realize that this is not an overnight journey. The twin flame journey takes time. I have not seen one take less than a year, and it's much more likely to take more than that. Now, because we are moving along, the different waves are causing twin flame journeys to snowball and move faster. Some people are moving faster than others. I actually have a few clients now who I'm seeing it happen much faster than, like, the first wave twins. I'm a first wave twin. And my journey has taken 8 years. and I am going to be in union any day. I would already be in union except for logistics of sorting out certain things that I'm not going to go into. But I have seen, like I said, I have clients now who are going much faster. So that's the good news, that it doesn't have to take a really long time. You know, I think that twin flames who met longer ago are more likely for it to be taking time. But you still, it's not going to be weeks. It's not going to be months. Highly unlikely to be months. If it's months, it's probably only months because of you getting a significant amount of spiritual work done to heal spiritual warfare or heal any other blocks or issues spiritually so that it can move along much faster. But other than that, months is not likely. So you have to understand that this is what it is. And look, I'm sorry to tell you that nobody gets to abandon it. Even if you force yourself to move on, you're never going to be able to turn off the thoughts. You're never going to be able to turn off the emotions. You're always going to feel the connection. And the more that you try and deny it and fight it, the more spirit and your own soul are going to force you to feel it all, to force you to feel the twin flame ache and realize that you can't abandon the journey. Your soul chose this. Listen, okay, everything that I say is coming from Jesus, is coming from God and spirit, okay? This journey, our souls chose, our souls designed, along with working in tandem with God and angels and whatnot. And our souls chose to be of service to humanity because twin flames are here to assist humanity with ascension, not just have an amazing relationship, okay? Twin flames are here assisting with ascension. Twin flames are the front runners for ascension, for initiating and, I don't know what the right word is, for initiating ascension and moving it along. Jesus has told me that all twin flames will be in union by the end of 2028. And the reason for that is because twin flames are going to be having lots of healer babies who are going to continue the process of moving ascension along. So twin flames have a huge role. And in our souls choosing to go down this path, our souls also chose to allow soul will to override free will. Okay? Now, there is, I don't know if I should go into this right now because that's a whole another topic. There are some twin flames, some divine feminines, not divine masculines, divine feminines, who will choose to abandon the journey. What Jesus told me, I'm going to try and make this fast. There's two sets. There's 144,000 who are guaranteed to come into union by the end of 2028, like I said. And there's a different set of 144,000 who are not going to come into union and who are preparing for the next ascension cycle. That group, those divine feminines, the divine masculines don't have any control over this. The divine feminines do. So if your divine masculine is running and you're afraid that he's never going to come back, that is not something for you to jump to this conclusion. Oh, my divine masculine isn't going to come back. He can choose to reject it. No, this is not up to the divine masculines. This is the divine feminine choice. That group of twins, those divine feminines are forcing that, and they still, like I said, will not be able to turn off the connection. They will be tormented. Like, honestly, that's really how I think about it. They will be tormented for the rest of their lives, feeling the connection and not doing it, not being able to do anything about it because of the choices that they have made. However, that is part of their soul journey. Like, they chose that before incarnating, okay? You should know which group you're in because you know if you are choosing to stay focused on your twin flame journey or choosing to reject it. Even if you have your own ups and downs and you have your moments when you're purging that you feel like, I can't do this, you should still know, okay? Because that's not all the time. We all have those moments. I have those moments. I have had those moments many times of, God, let me off this journey. But you always end up coming back to it because you can't. Because trying to abandon the journey makes you hyperventilate, makes you have panic attacks, makes you want to kill yourself. Like, that, the pain of trying to abandon the journey is greater than the pain of separation. So you will know the difference on which path you're on. But I do have to acknowledge it, okay? But like I said, the twins who are guaranteed for union, their souls chose that. The twins who are choosing not to, their souls chose that too. And for the twins who are guaranteed for union, soul will overrides free will. And you cannot, like, all paths lead to union. It doesn't matter what you choose. It doesn't matter what the divine masculine chooses. All paths lead to union, and you will come back around together in the ways that you are meant to. We have to accept that everything is happening the way our souls designed it and the way spirit designed it for a reason. This is not just about the relationship. This is about your spiritual transformations. This is about healing your karmic ties and karmic wounds from your childhood and from your past lives and from karmic relationships and karmic situations. It's about healing all of that and healing you at a deep core soul level and transforming you into a divine healed person who is going to become an ascension leader. So this is much bigger than the relationship, and you can't force the union to happen sooner than it's meant to. Your journey is happening the way it's happening for a reason. One of the hardest lessons that I've learned the last few months is that stuff that has happened over the course of my journey, and particularly in the spiritual warfare section, some of the stuff that is the most painful thing that I have ever experienced, it's coming to learn and realize that my soul made the choice to go through that. And spirit designed that path for me for a reason. It had to be that way for a reason. That's something that all of you need to come into an understanding of, because this is much bigger than you. And part of the twin flame journey is about coming into the understanding that the twin flame journey is much bigger than you. You are going to learn how to look at everything, and this is part of ascension also. You're going to learn how to look at everything from a much bigger perspective, from a much higher 5D perspective, okay? Like, when I started this journey, I was very much in the 3D and hyperventilating and stuff too. Now I function most of the time from the 5D, and I always see the bigger picture of things. And I have people that sometimes I struggle to connect to because I'm seeing things from the 5D perspective and they're seeing things from the 3D perspective, and we're struggling to find our way to meet in the middle. And I'm struggling to help them understand. But this is what the twin flame journey is going to do for you. It's going to help you shift your thinking to that higher perspective, and that is preparing you for ascension as well. I looked at my watch because I am expecting my divine masculine to call, most likely. So I'm going to continue, but apparently spirit wants to talk. It wants to relay lots of information for you. So, like I was saying, many divine feminines are struggling with your fears right now. The eclipse exacerbated your fears. It's got you purging. It's got you releasing. But this is all for a reason too. One of the things that I hate, one of my biggest pet peeves, is the twin flame readers and teachers. Some of them who are not even readers. I just have to say, I probably shouldn't call out her name, but Lightworker Laurie, who is very popular and has a large following. Not everything she says is correct. Okay, she is not a reader. She is only a coach, but she is not a reader at all. And some of the stuff that she shares is not accurate at all, like saying that you don't have to be in separation. On the contrary, the separations are important. The purging is important. It serves a purpose. It is happening for a reason, in order to heal certain wounds and in order to purge out and release fears and negative energy that is trapped inside of you from lifetimes of difficulties. That is happening for a reason, in order for you to release that. And the separations, both of you are going through a significant transformation. Like, your mind, your spiritual awareness, your thinking, like everything is massively being transformed. Like, one of the analogies that I use is the butterfly. The caterpillar goes into the chrysalis and you're turned into goo and you come out a beautiful butterfly. That is what the twin flame journey does. It turns you to goo. You're all goo right now, okay? And you're going through a massive transformation. You can't do that while you're with the other person. It would hurt the relationship too much. So the separations happen for a reason. The triggers and the purges happen for a reason. The triggers are tests and helping you learn certain lessons, and the purges are releasing the negative emotions. So back to the original point. A lot of you are going through that right now. The eclipse triggered it for a reason, okay? But there is a 2-week eclipse gateway right now that is highly manifesting period of time. I didn't say that right, but you know what I mean. So focus on your thoughts and focus on purging and releasing the negative so that you can focus on the positive and bringing about new beginnings and new changes. It's all about shifting to positive, higher timelines, okay? So y'all are struggling with this. I'm gonna move on because I feel like I've been on it forever. But Spirit wants you to know that everything's gonna be okay. This 3 of fire or 3 of wands, it's like, I feel like a broken record saying this analogy. Some of you have probably heard it before. But there's an analogy that goes with this card that I think is perfect. That's why I say it all the time. You're standing on the dock. You're getting ready to go on a cruise. You can see your ship off in the distance. It's on its way. It's headed to the dock, and you're going to board, and you're going to go on this new journey and this pilgrimage and become a new person. Ah! The cat came in. The dog was not happy. Anyway, so the ship is on the way to the dock. You can see it. It's so close you can taste it, but you can't board yet because it's not at the dock yet. But the point of that is that Spirit is saying to you, there is absolutely no doubt that it's coming, that union is coming. You are going to reunite with your twin flame. You are going to have what you are meant to have in your life and in your twin flame journey. You just have to be patient and you have to allow it to happen when and how it is meant to, okay? This journey, there are many lessons involved with this journey. Really? He didn't mess anything up. Yes, he did. You little bugger. Messing up my table. Jumping across it right when I'm in the middle of recording. I see you. Okay. Anyway. Lessons. That's where I was. So you gotta love animals, right? This journey has many lessons, and blind faith and trust is one of the most significant ones, if not the most significant one. Actually, unconditional love is the most significant one. And then behind that would be blind faith and trust. And literally everything that you're forced through on this journey, and especially the silence in no contact separations and spiritual warfare, that is about having complete blind faith. This journey is Spirit teaching you to trust God, to trust your spirit team, and to trust your divine path. And sometimes Spirit forces you to be completely in the dark. And so that's part of what this is pointing to, that Spirit is saying that you might not see how or why right now, but you need to have complete faith and trust that everything's going to be okay, and you are going to get there. You are going to reach the outcome. You just have to be patient right now, okay? And even though there's weird noises coming from the other room. Anyway, that's my daughter, but I heard a ow. Anyway, even though you might not be able to physically see, the outcome, Spirit is telling you that it's there and it's coming, okay? Okay. Oh, and here's the best final part. Spirit wants you to know that victory is guaranteed and you are going to come into twin flame union. You just have to be patient right now, okay? Let's look at the masculines. What has the new moon solar eclipse shown the masculines, highlighted for the masculines? That you are their true love and their soulmate. Many divine masculines don't know what twin flames are, so Spirit is like, this is your person, this is the one, this is your soulmate, this is what you need to follow your heart. And oh my gosh, my friend Lauren, but your username, I think it's Lauren of Light, I don't have it memorized. And you also have the one, this is Lauren, who I've done podcasts with, and her second username is MindBizLife. MindBizLife. She posted earlier today, and I shared it in my stories. I love it. Someone told her this, and it's perfect. When you are conceived, the first thing, I'm not going to say it right, but the first thing that the doctors look for is the heartbeat. because you have a heartbeat before you have brain waves. So when you're struggling on what to do, follow your heart. Don't listen to your brain, follow your heart. And here's another important thing to know. Your ego center is up here in your brain, and it's only going to cause you problems. Your intuitive center is in your heart and in your gut. That's what you need to listen to, okay? So anyway, Spirit is guiding the divine masculines to follow their heart and highlighting that this is the one. This is your path. Follow it. So divine masculines are focused on closing the karmic cycles that have been holding them back. Whether that, it doesn't have to be a karmic situation, okay? It doesn't have to be a karmic partner. It can be anything. Whatever lessons it is that they need to learn so that they are ready for union. They are focused on closing out those cycles, completing this so that they can move forward into new beginnings. And for some of them that can mean becoming single from a karmic partner. And for some of them, it can be about building to another level of, or another, I can't think of the word that I want to use, but building up to a certain level of material world success, because a lot of divine masculines, they just need that. They need to have that material world success to feel stable and secure and enough for their divine feminines. So some of them are closing out those cycles as well. Spirit, actually, you know what? Not Spirit is. These divine masculines are focused on balancing themselves, balancing their energy and balancing their lives so that they can be in the right energy to take the right steps for themselves, okay? And once again, they are headed towards union. Spirit wants you to know they are following their heart and they're headed towards union, okay? You need to know and trust that you are on the right path. The stars have aligned. The fate is written in the stars and it is written by Spirit, and including your own souls. Trust it. You're on the right path and everything will be okay. Okay, now I am going to go to the Akashic Records Tarot, and I asked about the how the eclipse affected the energy of the connection. Sorry, multiple thought processes happening at one time. Okay, first, so for the divine feminines, divine feminines are being shown their power and stepping into their power. So this is understanding their ability to use their spiritual power to manifest and create the lives that they desire, and learning how to use their spiritual gifts to really help themselves, help their twins, and follow down their spiritual divine path and life purpose. And that goes perfectly into the Queen of Scrolls, which the divine feminines are working through their spiritual transformation and spiritual awakening process and coming into those higher levels of awareness and understanding like they're meant to, like I was talking about earlier. So just you're going through that process like you're supposed to. Divine masculines are having opportunities open up for them. Spirit is showing them these new opportunities for them to move their lives forward in all the right ways. Sorry, the cat. So whether that is opportunities to improve their personal lives, or it's opportunities to break free of karmic situations, it can be a variety of things, but they are discovering that power and those opportunities available to them. Spirit is helping to assist in the breakdown and break up of any karmic situations or karmic relationships that is necessary. And one of the things that I like most about this card is, do you see this lightning bolt coming down from the heavens? Spirit's going to make sure it happens. And I have said this to people before, that even when they are in situations that feel impossible to get past and be able to come into union, I have told them the universe will conspire to make it happen. As long as you continue to do what you're supposed to, the universe will bring it together. And to me, that's what this card is saying too, that Spirit will make sure that what needs to happen happens. Both of you are going to be guided to make the right necessary steps for yourself. But if one of you procrastinates or something, Spirit will give you a kick in the butt or give them the kick in the butt. But if there's something external that needs to happen, Spirit will make that happen too. So those endings are happening or are going to happen, probably both, and Spirit is helping to make it happen. Spirit is helping to heal the inner child wounds that are necessary to be able to make those right positive steps forward in your lives. And you are going to come together and life is going to get a lot happier and more joyful here, okay? And then, oh, that's right. Know that, actually, I forgot about 2 cards. Spirit is healing you guys. Now, this can be animals again. This can be that Spirit is actually like doing healing on you guys also, or is guiding you to the right people to do healing for you and to help you. But Spirit is healing you guys of whatever is needed. And like I said, it is important to keep in mind that sometimes you are guided to the right people to help you, because not everything can be fixed just from praying or just from listening to videos. Sometimes you need bigger help, okay? But Spirit is either doing it or guiding you to the right people and help, and then transforming you into healers yourselves, because twin flames naturally tend to be healers who are going to help others as well on the way. And like I've been explaining about this significant spiritual awakening and transformation, you're going through this significant initiation. Ascended masters are working with you and guiding you and helping you to move forward. You need to expect and know that you are going to lose people who are not meant to continue forward down your life path with you anymore. Not everybody understands. Not everybody can get it. A lot of people will think you're crazy. Like I was talking about earlier, even spiritual people will think you're crazy and think that the twin flames are not a healthy relationship, but they just haven't reached union yet. They just haven't reached that amazing relationship yet. You're still in the healing phase. So you are going to lose lower energy relationships, situations, jobs, all that type of thing. I expect it, okay? But this is a significant spiritual initiation process that you're going through. And even though it's really hard, it's going to change your life in amazing ways. Okay, so I need to let the cat out or he's going to keep crying and piss me off. He has a cat door, but if I'm sitting here, he makes me let him out because he's a little pain in the ass. I love him. He drives me crazy. Okay. And then again, you are both being guided to union exactly when and how it is meant to happen. One of the things I love about this card, because it goes along with what I tell you guys, what I teach, your higher selves know exactly when and how this is going to happen. Your paths have already been laid out. There is a higher plan at work here, and they are guiding you through everything and guiding you to union exactly when and how you're meant to. You just have to trust. You have to trust your higher selves, and you have to trust the process, and try not to drive yourself crazy in the meantime. You are going to reap the rewards for all your hard work, and you are going to I can't think of the different analogies. They're blending in my mind. But you're going to have abundance. Abundance is coming, okay? Abundance is coming for this connection. You're going to harvest everything that, like, think of it like you've been tending to a garden all this time, the twin flame journey garden. And your seeds have been well planted and growing. They're going to blossom and you're going to have a harvest and reap all of the benefits of all your hard work. Okay, I've twice now looked at the timer and seen first 26 and now 43. Look them up. What do they mean? It's for you. Okay, I am going to go to my Gaia Oracle, I guess. Okay. Right now, again, going back to that 8 of air, divine feminines, you might be struggling with past emotions, past fears, stuff that has been built up inside you. One of the best descriptions I have seen was that you have to purge in order to get out the negative energy so that it isn't taking up space anymore inside of you, and so it can be replaced with positive energy and it can raise your vibration. Your vibration can't raise like it's meant to do with ascension and it's meant to do with this healing unless you get out the negative energy. So a lot of you are struggling through that right now with that process. I also feel this can represent that the divine masculines are being reminded of their true deep feelings for you, okay? And the divine masculines are being, and some divine feminines too, are being guided to rise above the problems, rise above the karmic situations, rise above the difficulties, gain the clarity, and find the solutions to gaining their freedom, okay? Like I told you, the endings to those karmic situations are coming. Anything that has been holding the connection back, those endings are coming so that you can move forward to new beginnings. Just like I was saying, there we go. You guys are going to get through this rebirth process and have a positive outcome. Recognize and understand that it's this massive regeneration rebirth process that you guys are going to, but the positive outcome is guaranteed. The start of something new is approaching. Exactly when for each of you, I can't tell you, but union and the start, this brand new fresh beginning start is coming, and you are going to have this spiritual, emotional, and physical reconnection and souls merging in twin flame union, okay? Okay, let's see. Okay, the rest of the decks, I do need to reference the books because 2 of them are brand new. And I don't have the Oracle of the 7 Energies memorized yet. So let me reposition this. Okay, I think that'll be good. Okay, let's go to the Oracle of the 7 Energies. What internal energies are happening with the collective from this eclipse? So the divine masculines are going through this process of soul integration. Their higher selves are integrating into their physical bodies and their mental, emotional bodies, and they are learning how to acknowledge and speak their soul truths, okay? I have to brush your hair after I'm done. They are also being guided to, bless you, discover their self-worth and no longer feel not enough, and to feel worthy and to fill their own cups so that it's not just about you, trying to heal them. They are going to start trying to heal themselves as well and be fully ready for you, divine feminines. And spirit is opening their eyes to the endless possibilities that are coming, that are available to them. Not even just coming, that are available. They're starting to recognize their unlimited potential. They're moving past limiting beliefs. And they are being guided to have the courage to take a leap of faith and move in the direction of what is truly meant for them. Divine feminines. Oh, this is a throat chakra card, sorry. A root chakra card and a third eye chakra card. Divine feminines, you are being guided through willing release, which is a crown chakra card. This is about yielding to and trusting in the divine plan at play here, releasing attachment to the 3D, and allowing spirit to do what is necessary, like allowing spirit to take the reins. There you go, okay? And releasing your fears and surrendering to trust in spirit. You are being taught to see beyond the 3D. This is a third eye chakra card, and you are being taught to maintain the higher vision. Remember I was talking about over the twin flame journey, you will gain that 5D higher perspective of everything. Well, that's what you are being taught. That's what this is talking about. Seeing beyond the material world and maintaining that 5D higher perspective vision. And in the process of doing so, getting out of your own way and not projecting negative energy or 3D expectations that can then block your journey. And then lastly, also Sacred Reverence, which is another crown chakra card. Lots of third eye and crown chakra cards here, and I love that. That shows where these divine feminines are at, which is very good, and that the divine masculines are moving in that direction. Hold on. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Okay, Sacred Reverence. In the process of this, you are gaining much amazement and awe at the way the world really works, at the way spirit works in your life and your soul path and your soul journey. It is helping you to build spiritual passion and explore the possibilities of manifesting and co-creating your life with spirit in amazing and beautiful ways. It's bringing about more joyful living, and it's helping you to manifest more successfully. And then the outcome here where you guys are headed is Into Me I See, which is a sacral chakra card. And this is about coming into union. This is about, I love that the constant reassurance from spirit of union. This is about building that true emotional intimacy, knowing that you can truly trust each other, dropping your shields and walls, and allowing yourselves to be vulnerable with each other. And that's what happens with union. Okay, and of course this can also represent the sexual intimacy as well. And the sexual intimacy with twin flames is significant because that in and of itself is a spiritually divine experience that is meant to happen as part of your Kundalini awakening and ascension. Okay? Okay. Need to move some stuff out of the way here. Okay, now oh my gosh, I didn't even see this one. I forgot. And the Grand Symphony. Hopefully you guys have been able to see everything. Okay. The Grand Symphony is a heart chakra card. I really should have read this one before Into Me I See, but that's okay. This card is about you guys seeing the bigger picture, but seeing how everything fits together, seeing how all the puzzle pieces come together and where each of you fits in the divine plan too. Seeing the interconnectedness of everything and how every step along the way and every part and path of your journey has happened how it has for a reason. And understanding how it's all connected in that way, okay? And that in itself brings about unity consciousness and ends division, which is part of what happens with the twin flame journeys. Okay, now, making sure I'm not missing any hidden cards. Okay, now let's go to the Celtic Oracle, the Celtic Spirit Oracle that I got. First, we're gonna start with the Green Fairy. And the Green Fairy here is here to tell you that as far as the divine masculines go, they are being guided to literally gain their freedom, how they are meant to. And the divine feminines and some divine masculines as well are also being guided to make yourselves happy. It is time to find the time to enjoy life, to have fun, to be playful, Spirit does not want you waiting around for your twin flame and being miserable. You are meant to live your life. You are meant to take the right steps for yourself. And you are meant to make yourself happy in all ways, knowing and trusting that your divine masculine or your twin is going to come to you. And when they do, everything will come together how it's meant to. You guys will figure out the details of your lives from that point, wherever you're at. But don't hold back waiting for your twin. You are meant to live your life and be happy, okay? You also are there. These next two cards are significant about the spiritual connections as well. So first we have Shaman Spiral. And this one is telling us that you need to focus on your connection to spirit and your spiritual awareness. So meditating and practicing using your spiritual gifts, gaining greater self-awareness and lifting up, raising up to those higher levels of consciousness and understanding. So yeah, this deck is brand new to me, and I'm browsing here to see what I need to read from it, and I love this sentence. The spiral into self indicates a knowing of who you are past the physical body and where you came from without the need for ego. This card represents the knowing of yourself, your true spirit. So this is also about the soul integration and the integration of your higher self, a deepening of your awareness and understanding of the world through the spiritual eye, through your third eye and your crown chakra. It's time to set aside your ego center and focus on your intuitive center. And at the same time, be proud and confident in your own skin and love who you are from the inside out, knowing your worthiness and strength, and knowing that you can also take on anything. And if you haven't already, you need to establish a set of spiritual practices and rituals, as well as self-care, okay? Okay, and then we have standing stones, which is about connecting with your ancestors and connecting with significant portals and gateways in the world. It may be that you are guided to go and visit some of these, or you can connect with them during meditation as well. Take the time to connect with your ancestors in meditation, and either take the time to connect with whatever spiritual places you connect with, like that you're drawn to, or to either visit them or visit them in meditation as well. Your ancestors and spiritual elders are wanting to connect with you and give you additional wisdom and knowledge at this time. Also spend time in nature and connecting with spirits through nature as well. And then lastly, we have Fawn, which I love how it has beginnings and opportunities. To me, this is all about, once again, representing that those new beginnings are coming. You can believe in it. You can trust it. Know that in the meantime, life is a cycle that goes around, continuing to experience what you need to learn the necessary lessons, but the new beginnings are always coming. And this journey is bringing you through new ways of thinking and new ways of being and new ways of seeing life. This is about understanding things from higher perspectives and different viewpoints, and allowing the understanding and knowledge to integrate into your core. Know that you cannot control what happens, but you can control your reactions. And this is about embracing acceptance, unconditional acceptance and forgiveness, and holding space for others and unconditional love. Focus on seeing anything you experience through positive eyes in order to gain the lessons and wisdom from it, instead of focusing on anything negative. Okay? Okay. Now my Dragon Oracle. Who was with I'm going to do the Divine Feminines first. Earth Dragons are with the Divine Feminines to help clear your path and the land around you, so that you can clear your pathways in the journey to help you move forward in your soul path and in your twin flame journey in the ways you are meant to, clearing stuck energy and helping you to stay grounded. I'm not going to read these word for word, but I do want to look, and sometimes there's directions. So I do want to look and see if there's directions with any of these cards when I'm reading them. Call on the Earth Dragons to cleanse and clear the energy around you and in your forward path. Ask them to ground you in your vision. And this is boosting your spiritual journey so you're ready to fly. Okay, then we have the Silver Dragons. The Silver Dragons are illuminating your potential with higher light, helping you to access untapped resources and look into your soul and connect with your soul and see the higher possibilities. This is all about connecting with your fifth dimensional soul blueprint that contains keys and codes for your gifts, talents, wisdom, and powers. So this is about unlocking your spiritual gifts and abilities. And those abilities and that potential is being ignited now. Sit quietly and see or sense the shimmering silver dragon who has come to you. Allow it to reflect back to you the hidden aspects of your soul and your higher possibilities. This may or may not be a conscious thought process, but I would focus on doing that in meditation, to be honest. Then we have Archangel Gabriel's dragon. This dragon is bringing purification. Self-discipline will speed ascension and bring joy, and you're carrying Archangel Gabriel's diamond. Self-examination and self-discipline is needed at this time. These dragons will then illuminate you internally with happiness, clarity, and higher expectation, and you will become a shining beacon for others. That's part of your ascension journey. Know that you are always a shining beacon for your twin flame to help guide them home where you are both meant to be. With the Archangel Gabriel's dragon swirling around you, the cosmic diamond is in your energy fields and stays securely in place to protect your aura and fill you with joy, purity, and bliss. Now the divine masculines have fire dragons with them that are burning up lower energies around them. So burning up those fear-based energies. If there's any instructions on the divine masculine cards, you can do them for your divine masculine, okay? Call on them to dive deep into your childhood or past lives to release you from anything connected to that. They can travel along with you on your soul journey, clearing, healing, and transmuting as you go. They have huge open hearts and love to keep you safe by creating a fiery wall of protection around you or your home or your family. So just ask them to do so. Call on them to light you up in their flames and breathe inspiration into you, and that will help with positivity and courage as well. Then we have the black dragon from Saturn. Brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Concentrate, focus on your ultimate vision, and congratulate yourself, you have passed a test. I always like hearing the divine masculines have passed a test. Now is the time to focus on addressing tasks related to discipline and focus. This is about grounding higher energies on your pathway. And the black dragons will give you focus, concentration, determination, awareness, and the ability to plan and stick to the plan and routine as necessary. This card is a blessing because it indicates that your feet are firmly planted on your ascension path and you are doing everything for the highest good of all. It's time to celebrate your success in passing the test and step forward with discipline as well as joy and bliss. And lastly, the royal blue and gold dragons. Strengthens you to stand in your power with wisdom, awaken to your own majesty, and wear your cloak of power with pride. These dragons are lighting up their gifts and talents to carry in their auras. I'm saying referring to the divine masculines. It is breathing courage, support, and dignity into them so that they can wear their cloak of power and wisdom with pride. And they are awakening them to who they truly are. This dragon holds the sword of truth, so Archangel Michael can enable them to speak and act with truth and honor at all times, truth from a soul level. It roars at those who try to diminish you and befriends those who empower you. You have all the support you need to teach divine majesty by example, which goes along with what I was saying about becoming ascension leaders. Okay, and then the last deck, oh, damn, I keep forgetting a card. Then we have, lastly, the Earth and Water Dragons, which is an overall for both of you. And I love it because this is all about building the foundation for new growth, a fresh start coming, new opportunities, and harvesting the abundance like I have been talking about. I think that each deck is giving that reassurance. I don't even really feel the need to pick through the meaning of this card. That says it all right there, that know that these dragons are with you guys, helping you to start building this new growth in your lives. Start building this new chapter, okay? Okay, and then lastly this is the Starseed Oracle I was talking about. Gateway of Light activation. I really love this deck. So first we have, I'm gonna go through both of these right here. The Earth Star activation and the Soul Star activation. I keep missing the page. There it is. Okay. The Earth, to connect with the Earth Star activation. Imagine deep roots from the soles of your feet penetrating the earth and anchoring around a giant copper crystal star. Visualize streams of consciousness moving up into your feet. Receive them and then listen deeply. This is about grounding you and connecting you with the 3D. And this is about lifting you up and connecting you with Source. This is a soul star activation. I love how we have both here. With the Earth Star activation, your Earth Star has been activated and the wisdom you once ignored is finally being acknowledged. The rejected parts of yourself have now been rediscovered. There is an opportunity for you to rediscover magic too, but stay firmly rooted in all of your endeavors. Let the earth hold and sustain you. Don't rush ahead. In fact, if you've been wondering if it's time to move forward, know that it isn't. Stay put for the time being. Important information is about to be revealed, so wait and stand strong. This is a time of integration and rest rather than pushing forward. Great wisdom lies within you. Dive deep and find it and trust in yourself. You have more strength than you realize. So this is telling you that right now you're in this inner preparatory phase before moving forward, okay? Now with the Soul Star activation, imagine yourself in a wide open space under a night sky filled with stars. Say, Horus, Cosmic Sky Guardian, thank you for activating my soul star chakra so that I can remember on a soul level. And oh my gosh, this is Isis and this is Horus, Mother and Son. Beautiful. Through your previous journeys, you have learned much about the inner workings of your soul and about the cycles of karma. Before this incarnation, you set a powerful intention to remember your divine origins. At this point, you are in a powerful space, for you are remembering who you truly are, and you know that you have it within you to make a great difference in your own life, the lives of those you love, and of course, the world. This remembering is in alignment with the soul contracts you made before coming to this realm. If you find yourself worrying if you are making the right decisions, know that even if you aren't conscious of it, all that you have chosen so far is in accordance with your soul's evolutionary plan, and when you draw this gateway, you are opening up on higher levels. Okay? So that goes along with what I was saying earlier about your soul's designing your path. Okay, now, star being healing codes. Say, thank you, star beings of healing, for placing your hands of light upon my being and guiding me back to my whole and healed self. So this is all about the higher self integrating into your 3D. If the world seems overwhelming or intense at this time, know that it's okay for you to retreat to a safe space to cleanse and recharge your energy. You may feel called to be a healer for others and share healing with the world, but please ensure you are balanced and filled up with light first. This is not the time for you to sacrifice your own well-being in order to serve others. Light beings are placing their hands upon you now, filling you with divine light that will wash away any blockages or stagnant energy standing in the way of your freedom and wholeness. Star beings are channeling healing codes and frequencies into your being, and it's important for you to stay alert for any intuitive guidance about your body so you can be restored to health once more. Then we have Chamber of the Violet Flame. Visualize a fiery violet light streaming down from the heavens and washing over your entire life. Set the intention that you are willing to transmute all fear and experience light once more. When you receive this card, know that the violet flame of transformation has been brought to you by your angels and guides. They are encouraging you to see that you are in a space of radical transformation. Transformation can be overwhelming, but know the hand of the divine is leading the way. All past trauma is now being cleared from your energy. Stay focused on releasing all of the energies that are no longer serving you. The violet flame is here to transmute fear into love. If any fear is rising up inside you now, know that it is simply a call for love. Call in the strongest form of love you know and allow those in your inner circle to support you through this transformational time. You are an alchemist with the capacity to take all the leaden aspects of your life, and turn them into golden opportunities. You can align your life with the divine plan now and live in a more purposeful way. And lastly, we have the Akashic Stargate. Visualize yourself at a crossroads. Tune into the direction that feels most joyful, light, and loving. Imagine yourself walking that road. See all that it brings you. Whenever the Akashic Stargate is presented to you, it's because you're at a critical point on your journey. You have the opportunity to move in a particular direction and you have to make a decision. This can feel overwhelming and you may be waiting for someone or something to make the decision for you. But you aren't here to walk a path that was set for you. You're here to walk a path that you have chosen. The next phase of your journey cannot unfold until you decide which way to go. Know that whatever direction you take and whatever decision you make, you'll always be on the right path. Like I said, all paths lead to union. No matter how you get there, you'll always end up in a similar space. Also know that purpose isn't about doing your duty, it's about living life and experiencing joy. And like I was saying, Spirit wants you to make yourself happy. Okay, so that is everything. I want to wrap up because I went way longer than what I intended to since Spirit decided to talk to you for 30 minutes first. So if you have any questions about any of that, feel free to reach out or in the comments or privately. And if you would like to order your own personal reading, you can do that through my Etsy shop, which I have my links are all in my bio, and I have it in various places. You should be able to find it, but you can always reach out to me and ask for the link if you can't find it. Yeah, I have lots of options in my shop and on Patreon. I have manifestation candles. I have podcasts you can listen to. I have workshops you can order. Like, it doesn't matter that you missed the live version. You can listen to them after the fact and still receive all the same healing and downloads and all sorts of stuff. So if you want to check any of that out, go to my link tree in my bio and you can find everything there. Okay. And that's it. I hope you guys are having a great post eclipse new moon Beltane week, and I will talk to you again soon.